Coming up, mass testing for the coronavirus in Pipestone, Minnesota, why extra focus is being put on the southwestern part of the state.
And as students get ready to go back to school, the future of fall sports is still in the air. The latest on the South Dakota Activities Association's pandemic plan. Good morning, this is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
According to the South Dakota Department of Health, there have been more than 7,900 cases of COVID-19 in the state. Last night, we had the chance to sit down with the family of Jose Pineda, who was diagnosed with COVID-19 back in April, but his family tells us he no longer has it.
He's receiving physical therapy and speech therapy right now. Check out this report at KELOLAND.com to hear what his sister shared with us. Community-wide testing for COVID-19 took place in Pipestone, Minnesota on Monday.
Health officials say the southwest part of the state has seen an uptick in cases. Pipestone County Medical Center and Clinic Avera helped put together the event. Officials expected to collect nearly 500 tests.
We hope that by getting the information out there, getting people their results, that we can encourage people to do the right thing, So we're, of course, encouraging everyone to wear masks no matter where they're going. And we've seen a lot of people that may not have symptoms at the time that they're tested that are positive.
Anderson says she anticipates people to get their results within 3 to 7 days. Well, people are waiting longer for COVID-19 test results in South Dakota. Healthcare facilities are seeing an influx of tests, which in turn is making the processing time take longer.
Plus, if you don't have testing where you live, you may have to wait until you can receive testing elsewhere.
We got to the hospital and there was these signs that say like testing center, and it was a tent. So you go up to the tent and then you pull up, and then this lady comes out with the test, and it was a swab. It wasn't the most pleasant experience because they had to put it up your nose, and they did it for both nostrils. So I was a little in shock when she said, "Okay, time for the next one." At that point, I was like, "No, I can't do that again."
To learn the other reasons why people are having to wait almost a week for their COVID-19 test results, head to this KELOLAND.com original online right now. Well, turning to weather now, storms moved through parts of KELOLAND last night.
But are there more storms on the way? Let's find out with meteorologist Brian Karstens.
All right. Well, rain is kind of wrapping up this morning, but some folks had quite a bit last night. Let's look at the rain total map here, and the Brookings area in particular. I know the Brookings official gauge only shows an inch of rain, but we posted some totals here at KELOLAND.com, and we've got Aurora at over 2.5 inches of rain, and Clear Lake, a good, well, at least 1.5 to 2 inches of rain there, too. So some folks, at least in parts of east central South Dakota, picking up some pretty good moisture. And you can read more about that with our Storm Center update here at KELOLAND.com. So make sure you take time to click on that. Also, a couple severe weather reports with some of that rain around Aurora. They had some hail with it, so that's not good. Flandreau got some wind last night, about a 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, 8:15, and there was some awfully large hail here in parts of, western Todd County and then up into the areas west of White River last night. But that's all gone. I think we're going to be quiet today. Temperatures low 80s. That's a quick look at weather and the rest of the forecast coming up.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Classes at Dakota Wesleyan University don't start for another month, but students like Isaiah's Pio are allowed to move their belongings into their dorm rooms early as part of DWU's Drop and Go program.
Well, I think Dakota Wesleyan decided to do the drop and go just to give our students another option, to avoid the big move-in day, so we can really provide a socially distanced move-in experience that's going to keep, our students safe, their families safe.
Students are allowed about an hour to drop off their belongings. Classes at DWU start August 24th.
A task force assembled by the South Dakota High School Activities Association is recommending that all sanctioned fall sports proceed according to schedule. The 30-member task force made its recommendations based on 7 principles, the first of which is safety.
Among the rule changes for fall, football players will be allowed to wear face shields, but not cloth masks, which impact their ability to properly wear a chin strap or mouth guard. The Board of Directors will vote on the matter on Wednesday and will soon turn its attention to winter sports.
We'll probably get started in looking at the winter sports here, not too far into fall, but we definitely want to see how things go. We want to wait to get a lot of the winter sport rule modification recommendations from the NFHS and see what we would be able to do in terms of mitigation.
Boys and girls soccer, girls tennis, and competitive cheer and dance are set to begin practice on August 3rd. Due to COVID-19, distributing school supplies to students in need will be challenging this year. In Brookings, people with the Back to School project are packing backpacks.
Normally, families would be able to pick what they need themselves. This year, a drive-through formula will be used for distribution. Included in each backpack will be school and dental supplies, along with a $25 voucher for a new pair of shoes.
We have gotten materials from last year as far as our school supplies, and we've ordered a whole bunch of other ones. And the kids that are with an after-school program here in town are helping us pack the bags according to the school supply list that the children need for this coming school year.
Families in Brookings County can apply for the assistance with applications due by July 31st. School supplies will be handed out on August 13th at Faith Reformed Church. You can find application information for the Back to School project right here on KELOLAND.com. And that's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens.
All right, guys, weather today, Futurecast is showing us in pretty good shape, at least temperature-wise, a lot of lower 80s. However, rain chances are moving east. We've got still a few of these hits of rain in southwest Minnesota, northwest Iowa, but they're fairly scattered. And then we're going to keep the forecast dry as we head into tonight. And then that's how we'll start off tomorrow. But we'll see if we can at least brew up a couple thunderstorm chances, maybe Mobridge early afternoon. And then once we get into Thursday, there's an emerging chance in the southeast. It's not going to show up necessarily here on Futurecast just yet Thursday morning. But this map, which kind of takes us into Thursday afternoon, might be a little bit more bullish on that thought across southwest Minnesota, northwest Iowa. That's really kind of the rim of the emerging heat. Look at your heat index difference from Worthington to Mitchell on Thursday afternoon. If that pans out, we're talking 100s for it feels like temperatures west of Sioux Falls. And that's just the start. Friday could be worse. So not good news if you don't like heat and humidity. Sometimes you just got to grin and bear it. Some of you like that kind of weather, but at any rate, it is what it is, and you're going to see those 90s right through the 7-day, at least through Monday. There could be some storm chances later in the weekend. I do think that we've got a concoction here that could emerge with storms around maybe this weekend in the far northeast. I'd kind of watch that for Aberdeen either Saturday late or Sunday, because when it's in the 90s and the dew points are in the 70s, that's a lot of steam there for any storm potential that would happen to pop up. Here, plenty hot too, 90-degree weather, much of the 7-day, including 99 on Saturday, and Rapid City also well into the 90s. That's your forecast. Check us out with more details at KELOLAND.com.